I would have punched my little teenager self in the face.
Always on tonight. Throw that thing from left, right, side to side. Yeah. All my friends.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the vlog. If it's your first time here, my name is Robin. This is my beautiful girlfriend, Jazzy. And of course, it's a lunchtime with, wait a second. I gotta park before I could say anything. And it's lunchtime. Oh my gosh, this. Lunchtime with,
oh, sweet.
With Jazz.
You picked up the wrong one. Now I look like a fatty.
So today, guys, in this lunchtime with Jazzy, we're gonna be talking about our experience as a military brat. So, what is a military brat? A military brat is a child of a service member, or a child of someone who served in the military, whether that be Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, Marines, any of those branches. If you're a child or a dependent of that person, you're a military brat. So like for me, I think being a military brat is something that changed me into how I am and how I handle things in today's world. What do you think about being a military brat, Jess?
Yeah.
Wise words from Jazzy. So like, I was reading an article a while ago. A military brat on average has said goodbye to a lot more significant people in their life than the average person has ever done in their lifetime. And I would say that I would agree with that, because as a military brat, we moved every 2 or 3 years, and you always were the new kid eventually. It was bound to happen. I've had the opportunity to live in Texas, Utah, Arizona, Germany, mainland Japan, and of course my favorite of all time, Okinawa, Japan. What about you, Jesse?
Where I've lived? Hawaii, because that's where I was born. Louisiana, Georgia, Virginia, Japan, North Carolina, South Carolina, and I think that's it.
I forgot to say, my dad was Air Force and her dad was Marine. So it was by coincidence that we actually met on Okinawa, Japan. And I'm thankful that that both of our parents were able to be stationed in Okinawa, Japan, because we wouldn't be having lunchtime with Jazz, or this channel, Robin and Jazz, if it wasn't for the fact that our parents served in the military.
Stop it, you're gonna make me cry!
So, one thing being a military brat has taught me is, I want to say independence almost, is because, well, I was grateful enough and lucky enough to have my mom take care of me while my dad was at work. But when you move every 2-3 years, you guys, you always have to start over. You have to say goodbye to the friends you just made. And I know a lot of military brats can relate to this. A lot of people I went to high school with, especially. It sucks because it took you probably almost the entire first year that you moved to that new station, wherever you're stationed at. And then by the time you finally become friends, you gotta say goodbye to them. And I know how much that sucks. We've been through it. You guys have been through it, if you are a military brat, or if you, by circumstance, have moved a lot. But I think our experiences have made us stronger and be able to cope with things better than what normally people would experience. Is that the right thing to say?
I would say the biggest thing that impacted me the most was I've met so many people from around the world that in different backgrounds that it makes you have a better understanding of different cultures and being like compassionate towards others.
A lot of other different people. When you're a military brat or you join the military, it is a very diverse group of people. You, from a very young age, usually if you grow up, like let's say you're stateside, you only kind of know what's around you. There's only a certain type of like group of people that you're around. So you're used to that. You're used to that culture. One of the things that we were blessed with the privilege of having is that when you're a military brat, you're exposed to so many different kinds of people that your mind is open. Is that a right thing to say? Your mind is open. You get to experience different cultures, different people, and how they're raised, and they're different, like the cultures. You're a lot more cultured in those few span of years compared to most people get to experience in their lifetime. So like being exposed to so much diversity at a young age has made me a lot more open-minded and how do you say this? More understanding and more accepting of others, regardless of who they are, what religion they are, what color they are, because everyone was different when I was growing up. We had a combination of all the different types of races, and then that's how I learned about like new different races, because like I'm Filipino. If I literally just stayed in the Philippines, it would be all Filipinos, and then eventually like walking around the malls maybe or something like that, I would experience seeing like another white person, a black person, or anything like that. But growing up as a military brat, I had friends of all colors and races, and that opened up my mind, and like I'm so accepting of others. I'm less likely to judge you compared to, sorry to say this, but in Florida there are a lot of people here that are really judgy. But then again, I can't blame them because they've probably never left their county. They don't know anything outside of the county that they lived in their whole life. So I am thankful to have experienced that as a military brat, Air Force military brat, that I got experience to all these different kind of cultures. Oh, another question I was gonna ask for both of us to answer is, what is your advice for any military brats that are out there right now who might be watching this? Or yeah, just any advice you'd have for any military brats out there, like in regards to anything.
Well, for a lot of people, while they're going through it, they think it's like the worst thing in the world, because they're always moving and saying goodbye. But when you really think about it, like, it's definitely like a privilege to be able to travel like that, because usually people don't have the money or the resources to be able to travel.
They don't have the means to do anything else.
Even just to like go to a different state. Or so I think really just cherish like the moments you have.
I'll piggyback off of what Jazz says. For any military brats out there who might be watching this video, my advice to you is, like Jazz said, cherish the moments regardless of where you're stationed. Really just enjoy family time, I want to say, because every time you move, you have your family. So if you can, I know as a teenager, I personally could have been a better son. I always wanted to stay in my room, play video games. I just wanted to hang out with my friends. I didn't want to spend family time that much. I'm sorry to say that, but that's why my advice to you, if you're open-minded, if you could like really think about like what's going on, spend time with your family, go out, do activity that's either on base, off base, because like those are some of the things that will stick with you like forever, to be honest. I had the opportunity to live in mainland Japan, but I was so focused on just playing video games and just hanging out with my friends that every single time that my parents wanted to go out and adventure around, I would be a little snobby little brat teenager and tell them no. And now that, so I lived in mainland Japan and Okinawa in Japan in total for about 7 years, and I didn't learn the language. Well, that's another story for another day. And when we were in mainland Japan, I didn't want to go to all these places. I was a stupid teenager. I didn't want to go anywhere, and I thought it was lame. Now that I'm back stateside, you guys, I would have punched my little teenager self in the face for not wanting to go and travel.
Whoa!
Because
that's a little intense, don't you think?
Well, because I lived in Japan, people pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to go travel, spend time there and whatnot. And there was only a few things that I wanted to go to. So I'm lucky for that. But like, there's so much we could have explored. my little teenage stupid self didn't want to go. I was being a little snobby little brat, and I kind of regret that, because like you and I now, we're so used to moving 2-3 years that now that we're here in Florida, like for me, I felt like we should have moved or something by now. We should have done something by now. You know what I mean? Like, we take it for granted. That's my advice. Please don't take it for granted if you have the opportunity to be stationed, especially overseas. Especially overseas. People can't afford to go to places like that. Those are some places that people dream of going to. So if you're watching this, you're a military brat and you're stationed in mainland Japan, Germany, anywhere overseas, cherish it. Go adventure with your family. Family's really important, you guys, because especially as a military brat, some kids don't get to see their parents anymore. One their mom or dad, you know, it's the military. So cherish those family moments, because you never know. You might take it for granted, and you're
just kidding. I said just kidding, there's a pickle in there.
Just don't take it for granted, because I promise you those memories will stick for you for the rest of your life, you guys. Anything to piggyback off that while I eat?
Nah, that was deep. Even, like, I've lived there twice. When I was younger in elementary school, and then we went back again in high school to Japan. And even just living there for like 7 years, almost a decade, I still feel like I could have like explored more. I mean, you can't really do much when you're in elementary school, but like...
Yeah.
I mean, we did a lot of stuff in high school. It's hard because you can't drive off base unless you have a...
What was it? Unless you have...
unless you're of age.
Was it 18?
I think so.
So for you who live overseas, unfortunately, I think you can't... I think so. You personally can't be driving off base until you're 18. Which is why I was saying, in addition to you traveling and exploring with you and your friends there, family is definitely more important, because they could drive you off base. You guys can go everywhere as a family, they'll pay for everything. I mean, I can't say that for everyone, but you know, you catch what I mean. Explore, because like I said, people dream of going there, and you live there. Take advantage of that, be grateful for that. Spend time with your family, your friends, most importantly family, because your family is the one that's moving with you guys. You're moving together. In the end, it's your family that's there. So spend as much family time as possible. And I promise you, you won't regret it. I know some of you might be teenagers and you might stumble upon this video, and trust me, just trust me. When you grow up, you're gonna regret not taking the opportunity to travel with your family and go explore off base. I promise you that. I completely regret being a little snotty teenage brat who didn't want to go anywhere but play games in my room.
Yeah, what kind of son are you? Jeez. So lame. You could have been out in the world eating your life away.
I know, right?
Now you're here eating Wendy's. 4 for $4.
This is the $5 biggie bag. Thank you very much.
Oh, 5 for $4.
No, it's just $5. $5 biggie bag.
Wait, so you're telling me you don't get You're such a liar! 5 for $4.
I guess so.
You have 4 items.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, apparently he doesn't know what 4 for $4 actually means.
The $5 biggie bag.
It's only $1 extra because of your special sandwich.
Hey, baby. That's your Frosty.
Ooh. Should I risk it for the biscuits?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, it's looking a little melty. Oh, do I drink it?
Oh, hey, look. There's a spoon. So yeah, you guys, going back on topic, as a military brat, it toughens you. It makes you into a much stronger person than the average person is. So I know it feels tough, always saying goodbye to people, always being the new kid, but I promise you this is gonna make you stronger. You're gonna be more hardworking, you're gonna be more independent. I promise you this will get better if you're feeling that way about it, but it'll get better, you guys. As a military brat, I am thankful for having those experiences, and it's made me the person that I am today, and I don't regret that one bit, really.
You will regret not finishing your food in 5 minutes.
What happens when we have deep conversations in Lunchtime with Jazz, because I have so much more to say, but I know we're crunched for time right now because it is a lunchtime for Jazz.
Well, maybe we shouldn't have gone such a deep topic then.
Well, because on my way over here, I was thinking about it.
Okay.
So that's why I wanted to talk about it.
That didn't stop me from eating my food.
You talked for like 5 minutes, and then it was just me.
Because I'm hungry. What am I gonna do?
Because-
Not eat my food and then be like, oh no, gotta go back to work.
Because-
Didn't eat.
Priorities, you guys. Priorities. So, Jazz, quickly, while we have a few minutes, what are your closing thoughts on life and experience as a military brat? What are your parting words?
My parting words. Well, this is more of just like in general slash on topic. I would say explore more and just enjoy life. Enjoy the moment, because it doesn't last forever. That's my final words.
Sorry, those are good parting words, Jazzy.
Thanks.
Like Jazz said, enjoy the moment. Life happens so fast, you guys. You don't know what's gonna happen. Enjoy the moment. Spend time with your family. Don't be that Robin who stays indoors playing video games and worrying about hanging out with friends more than family and exploring, because you will regret, especially if you live overseas. You'll regret not exploring, because when you get back stateside, if you decide to go back stateside, you're gonna regret it, because now that you're grown up, you realize what's important in life. And that's what's gonna happen, and I don't want you guys to miss out on that. So to all the military brats out there, go out, explore with your family, spend time with your family. As you guys keep moving, getting stationed to different places, ultimately, family is what you have. So cherish it, love them, spend time with them, because they're what you have in the end, period that. And being a military brat, it really builds your character, and I promise you things will get better if you're feeling that certain way. It will get better, it will toughen you up. It's a good and bad experience at the same time, but I promise you it'll get better in the end, you guys.
All right.
And we'll probably continue this discussion later on, but for now, Jazzy's gotta go back. Sorry guys, so this is probably gonna be a long video. There's a lot of talking points, but if you did make it this far into the video, go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that like button if you're a military brat. Comment down below, how many places have you been stationed? How are you feeling right now? Are you feeling lost or anything like that? I would gladly talk with you guys in the comments, because I know how it is being a military brat. It's kind of hard, so don't be afraid to reach out to me. I will respond to your comments as soon as possible. And yeah, thanks for watching the video. This video means a lot to me because of our personal experiences, and it's the reason why Jazz and I met. So if we weren't military brats, this would not exist right now. So thanks for watching again. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.